Alright, Skull Nation, thanks for being with me. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like, comment, and share this content. Skull, baby. Yes. Hello. Welcome to Talk Vikings with me. Another crucial week of football. Just a few games left. We're fighting for dear life. We're like a dude who got thrown overboard in the ocean, and he's just and like he didn't get left behind. He kind of held onto like some part of the boat, and he's just fighting for dear life to like kind of climb back on or just to stay afloat. Like, forget the boat. It's a dude who's in the ocean, in the water, in the pool, and can't swim. That's how the Vikings are right now. We're not dead yet, still alive, but fighting for dear life. Somebody save us. Somebody hear us screaming. Come help. The Vikings are a guy drowning in a pool right now that can't swim. That's what's going on. We're not on life support yet. We're still Oh my God. We have the Rams. They're like one of the hardest team to beat. What are they, like 10-4? Like, I don't know how they lost 4 games, cause like now they got Stafford now. And I guess, you know, we know Stafford. We're familiar with him. But Matthew Stafford always gave Zimmer a hard time. It's just his team sucked. The Lions always sucked. They found a way all the time to lose the game. Just like Stafford to have a brilliant. He would put up like a 300. Like Stafford to put up 300 yards on the Vikings, and they will still lose. But he's not a Lion. He's not a Lion no more. And he is a gunslinger, and he's on a way better team now. Like the Rams are, and they just got Von Miller. Oh my God, bro, what the hell? Why? They got Jalen Ramsey. They got Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is probably like the best football player, period, at his position. Like just overwhelming. It's not even close. Like you need like 3 people to block Aaron Donald, and he will do some stunt and still get. Like, it'll be 3 dudes blocking him and he will still get free. I don't know how this dude does it. Like, any team who beat the Rams this season, it had to be a close game. They never get blown out. And, like, this got to be, like, the hardest game of the season. Like, just everywhere. Like, for example, our offensive line. It's, like, stats can be crazy because, like, our offensive line, we're supposed to have like one of the best. We have the second best offensive line. How the hell is that? When last week we gave the Bears, what was it, 4 sacks, 3 or 4 sacks, and like 6 QB pressures, 6 QB hits, and we've seen the other game, the Browns game. Oh my God! Like, what are they doing? They're going like 6 offensive linemen now. That's and they got rid of Rashad Hill, and Oli Udoh is not there no more. It's been, I guess if our offensive line is number 2, but then again, you don't understand, how do we have the second best offensive line when the offensive line been our struggles this season? Stats could be a confusing thing because our offensive line has sucked this season, but I guess they had a few solid games. You know what I mean? When Darisaw came in, so I guess, you know, the few solid games can kind of knock down the numbers of the bad to bad. Like, our offensive line is not good at all. Like, I don't know what they're talking. Well, we got a few. Like, I'll go Ezra Cleveland, Brian O'Neill. You know, Darisaw is a rookie, but the guard positions and the center positions. Well, not the guards. On the right side is the guards. On the left side is the left side is cool. It's that right side. It's the center and the guard. Like, God damn. But anyway, well, I guess we have a good line. But they have a good line too. They have like what, like the 4th. Okay, put it like this: every category we're good in, they're good in that category too. But categories we're bad in, they're also good. Like, for example, our run D and our secondary. Both the run D and the secondary are in the league's last. They're in the 20s, the late 20s somewhere. Our pass defense is 22nd, so it's not medium, but it's not dead last. It's on the last end. The Rams are on the upper, like, run defense, upper, like, top 10. They got Jalen Ramsey in them, for God's sake. Come on. So if the Vikings can pull this off, this will be the win of the season. Now I know we've had some games, you know, like that Seahawks game. We were down 2 games. We were like, oh, that was the first win of the season. So that was clutch, and we were losing in that game too, and we turned it around. That was clutch. That Panthers game was clutch. We needed that win. That Chargers game was clutch. I mean, like, the way the season has gone, like all those close wins we had, and all those close losses we had, like the Bengals game and the Arizona Cardinals game. So the Panthers game, the Chargers game, those games were important. It shouldn't have been that important. I mean, every game is important, but there are some games that are more important than other games. I mean, they shouldn't have been like must win, because we shouldn't have lost those games to like the Cardinals and the Bengals. But whatever, they were must wins. This goddamn game right here is the biggest of the season so far. After this, we got the Bears and the Packers. We've beat both of them. We've beat up the Bears and we've beat up the Packers. Now the Packers harder than than expected. Glad we got that win. But you know, this game right here, this team got Pro Bowlers everywhere. They got Matt Stafford. They are a top team in the league. I don't know how Arizona is in the #1 spot and not them, but I'm pretty sure before the season ends, the Rams is going to take the #1 spot over the Cardinals. The Cardinals, I don't think they're that good. They just lost to the Lions. They didn't even just lose. They just got spanked by the Lions. Like, we lost on the last minute. No, we shouldn't have even lost to the Lions. But the way the Cardinals just lost to the Lions, like, literally, they could lose their last 3. Like, they could lose the last 3. So, and they're only 1 game over the Rams. The Rams could lose to us and still win that division. So, like, the Rams is a good team. Put it like that. That's the point I'm trying to make. At every level of their team, they got a great quarterback. Their receivers. Oh my, Cooper Kupp is like, okay, Cooper Kupp is #1 in every category. Okay, this dude, Cooper Kupp, last game, 122 receptions, 1,625 yards, 14 touchdowns. He's first in all of those categories. Last game, 13 targets, 9 receptions, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's just last game. And then they got OBJ. Our corners. Oh my God, our corners, bro. Like, I pray for my corners, man. And we got young corners. I think Pat P is gonna take Cooper Kupp. But then then like D'Angelo got to cover like OBJ. I pray for my corners, man. I know Pat P can handle his own, but like D'Angelo is good too, but that's OBJ. Like, I'm gonna quit babbling on, man. Let me get into my usual points. So I'm gonna speed through this. I've been talking for like 8 minutes now. It's a difficult game, man. If we win this game, like if the Vikings can pull this off, like, we're making the playoffs and we're going far. I'm sorry if we beat the Rams. If this game right here could literally make us go undefeated for the rest of the season. Nah, the Bears, we had a good chance against the Bears. They sucked and they had a bunch of players out. Okay, cool. You beat the Rams and you got I'm telling you, if they beat the Rams, everybody's attitude changes around here. Guys start feeling it in their bones, like, listen, we are a playoff. We're not even just a playoff team. We are a deep playoff team. Beat the Rams. And they could. They absolutely could. Like, come up with the blocking scheme to get after Aaron Donald and them boys. Like, JJ, like, they could really, like, be more physical, win the battles in the trenches. We could totally beat the Rams. Let me get into my points here. I'll just ramble on for like an hour and the video just be weird and boring. So let me get into, let's talk football. So on offense, I got so many points because this is such a difficult game, so I got a lot of them. But I'm gonna run through them. Try to make this video less than 20 minutes. Number one, what I just mentioned. That's an offense and defense. We have to be more physical than them. Physical in the trenches. That means our O-line against their D-line. Our D-line against their O-line. We got to get the better push. We have to be more physical. We have to take it to them. They have a way better record than us. They're sitting in a better playoff position than us. I mean, everything about this matchup says they're supposed to beat us. Every expert, every dude, ESPN or whatever, they pick the Rams to beat us. Every expert, everybody who does their sports thing or do any kind of football pickings has picked the Rams to beat us. Every last one of them. I've looked everywhere. Nobody picked the Vikings. Nobody so this says we're supposed to lose this game. So they got to come with a different attitude. Like they got to bring it to the Rams. Like they got to, just play with a different kind of energy. And this is one of those games that, I mean, people have already made up their mind on Zimmer and they've already watched all of it. I'm telling you, this is one of those games that says a lot about Zimmer. Even if they lose this game, God forbid, the way the team performed says a lot about the coaching and their preparation and all of this. You know what you're about to go against, so you have to give it your all. We can't see a bunch of penalties. We can't see guys walking around with their head down. We can't see a minimum effort. Like your playoff berth is on the line. Your playoff, like everything is on the line. You have to give it your all. Even if you lose, if they give it their all, that's different than, not performing up to par, man. So we have to win the battle in the trenches. We have to, beat them at the sound of every snap, man. We have to win at the line of scrimmage. We just have to. And that's offense and defense, especially on offense, because we got to go against Aaron Donald and them boys and Bradbury. Bradbury got to block Aaron Donald. Hopefully they got some plan or some scheme, because it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Number two, I'm going to need Kirk Cousins not to repeat that Bears game. Now, don't get me wrong. He managed the game right. He didn't throw any crazy in it. Well, he did throw an interception, but the interception didn't really mean anything. And I guess JJ got held on, which the ref completely ignored. Held JJ. He couldn't even finish his route. Kirk kind of anticipated where he was going and threw the ball up. That was the easiest pick of that dude's career. Anyway, Kirk got to do more. He can't. You can't pass for 87 yards against the Rams. We're gonna lose. It's not even gonna be close. Like, you got to put up hundreds of yards. Like, Kirk has had 300-yard games. We're gonna need, like, you're going playing against Matthew Stafford. Like, that is what he's done. That's what he does. He's put up yards, hundreds of them. So you got to match that energy if we're gonna have a chance to win. You gotta ball. You gotta ball toe to toe, blow for blow with Matthew Stafford, because they have a pretty good air attack over there in LA. They got a great air attack. So and Kirk, man, some games he would throw for a lot. Some games, I don't know what they did last game. I don't know what the defense did to confuse them, but they confused it. Chicago confused them, and they were playing with non-starters. Like, they had half of their defense out. So that concerns me, man. If that defense could shut down Kirk, the Rams have a way better defense. But he has performed good against some good defenses. I don't know what that was last week, and it's a little concerning. But if he can perform way better at half the game, that you can see it in Kirk's face that he didn't perform how he wanted to perform. But hopefully, he does better. We got Adam Thielen coming back. Hopefully, he's been out a couple of weeks. Hopefully, and he almost played last week, but it was a game time decision. Hopefully, a whole another week he's gonna play on Sunday. And Thielen and Jefferson, they complement each other, and Kirk needs Thielen on the field. So hopefully he comes back. Number 3, I'm gonna need my OC to have one of the greatest games he's ever called. Kubiak, you need to do your thing. That whole run pass, no, like, you need the best plays you could ever come up with the best double routes, the best reverses, the best screenplays in listen. This got to be one of his best performance, one of his best games calling plays ever. I'm gonna need you up all night, Kubiak, looking over whatever plays, whatever. Call your dad, have the longest conversation ever. I don't care where you get your plays from. It has to make sense and it has to work. I don't care if you get it from Madden 22. Let it work in the game. Please, sir, call a great game, Kubiak. We're playing the Rams. Like, we're playing the Rams. We're playing a great team. All right. Number 4. Fourth and final point for the offense. Dalvin freaking Cook. Listen, Chef, I need you to show up, sir. I need you to show up. I need you to show up like how you did against the damn Steelers. Okay? Over 200. You don't have to be over 200 yards, but show up like that. Now, Chicago, I'll excuse last game because we're better than the Bears. Like, where we just are. Now, I excuse last game. It's always the energy, and it's always a tough game at Soldier Field. It's like playing at Lambeau. It's always tough. The energy, the other guys, they play with a different kind of intensity. Like, I get it. But we cannot have that happen again. You are Dalvin Cook. Now, there's Dalvin. Every now and then, he might have less than 100-yard game, but that is the best running back in the league. He has the burst of a cheetah. That's the real cheetah. Because his last name is Cook, so Chef Cook, food associated with food. But that's the real cheetah. Like, is there a faster running back? You know what? You know what's so ironic? The only running back in the league that might be faster than him is his teammate, that boy Nwangu. There's nobody's faster than Dalvin Cook. Like when Dalvin hit the hole, he get into the open. There's no catching him. Like, so. Hopefully the line do their thing. They block for him. He got some holes. He can just run all over this Rams defense. Kind of open up the pass with Jefferson. And that's another thing. They got Jalen. They're gonna have Jalen on him all day. I hope. Oh my God. I hope Justin can just make Jalen Ramsey look like a high schooler. Because that's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna have all this double team and triple team on Jay. They got an all-pro corner. They're gonna have him on JJ. And that's another thing about them. Most of the teams we play, they got to double team JJ. They got to do all of this. The Rams don't. So I'm gonna need Dalvin, man, to just do his thing, run the ball, man, have a great game. That game he had against the Steelers, coming back from that injury, was amazing. It was surprisingly amazing, or amazingly surprising, whatever. So we'll excuse last week, but hopefully Chef Cook can cook, man. We have the recipes to beat them. We just... All right, let's go to the defense. There's other things we got to do on offense, execute the plays right and all of those. But those 4, is what we need. Be more physical. Kirk should not repeat what he did against the Bears. He should play way better. Kubiak should have a great game calling plays. And Dalvin needs to just run wild. We do those on offense, we got a great chance of winning. Defense, like I said earlier, win the battle in the trenches because they have a great offensive line too. I think they're 4th in the league against sacks. We're number 2. We protect Kirk pretty good, but I think they're 4th. So they have a great offensive line. They didn't have a great... These teams are like the same. They didn't have a great game last game. The Vikings didn't have a great game last game against the Bears as for great offensive lines. So I'm pretty sure the two sides will be trying to redeem themselves, from last week. So we'll see, man. But we lead the league in sacks. So hopefully our boys do the damn thing against them. We have to win that battle, man, on defense. Number 2. Stop Cooper Kupp and that air attack. Like, I already read you his stats earlier. He's leading the league. He's the number 1. Like, in everything, in every category. Like, people sleeping on Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp basically right now is the best receiver in the whole league by far. Better than JJ, better than everybody. Number says it. He's leading in everything. Touchdowns, just every category. I didn't know Cooper Kupp was that good. I know he was nice, but like upper echelon, top nice, I didn't know that. We have to stop Cooper Kupp. Then we got to worry about OBJ. God help us. Number 3, man. Like I've said in the last couple of videos, the Pittsburgh game was the first game that Dalvin Tomlinson, Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Michael Pierce played together. Literally, Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson was brought to Minnesota to clog up the middle. We're supposed to have one of the best run defense in the league right now. But like I said, the only problem is those guys haven't played together ever. They've only had 2 games they've played together. And both of those games, the rushing numbers were down. So stats can be a confusing thing. But I know if the Vikings had all of those dudes playing every game the whole season, we're not amongst the last in the league against the run. I guarantee you. Like just the presence of Michael Pierce. And he's been hurt, man, you know, so we have to shut down the run, man. Hopefully we can do that with the boys in the middle. Hopefully we can beef that middle up and, you know, kind of clog up the running lanes and force them to use Stafford, you know, and we'll see, because Zimmer is used to seeing Stafford. He's one of those guys he's used to seeing twice every year, you know. He just got traded to the Rams or whatever, but hopefully Zimmer got some intel on him, like how he does Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully he got some secrets on him. And hopefully he knows some blitz packages that can work on him. Hopefully he knows how to confuse Stafford, because we've had major success against Stafford. Hopefully that transcends, you know, into this game, into him playing with the Rams. Hopefully we do the same thing. Yeah, man, just and we're known for sacks. We're known for sacks. You know, last game was one of those games that we've been expecting all year. I mean, it was everything. It was PBUs, it was TFLs, it was sacks, it was everything, man. So we're known for sacks, but if this game right here could be one of those games that let the world know the Vikings is known for sacks for a reason. They put it on display. If we can get a bunch of sacks, if we can put pressure on them, you know, and that defense can really show up some TFLs, some PBUs. Let y'all play like a Zimmer defense, please, against the Rams. I just want them to play surprisingly good. Like last week, we played surprisingly good against the Bears. I mean, there was everything you needed out of a top defense was in that game. We still allowed a lot of points, a lot of yards, because the boy threw for 281 yards, but they were meaningless. They weren't yards that meant, because they would drive down the field and get into the red zone and don't do anything, you know. So clutch, man, is what I'm trying to say. If we can have a clutch defensive performance, third downs, win the battle in the trenches, win the third down battles, you know, take it to them. I know JJ is going to take it to Jalen Ramsey. Offensive line, take it to them. Pancake Aaron Donald. I need Aaron Donald. Has Aaron Donald ever been pancake in his life? But y'all get what I'm saying, man. I think this is our hardest game of the season. It's totally winnable. Totally winnable. Totally winnable. I mean, even though the odds are stacked against us, everybody who betted, I know Vegas, what is it, like 100-0? Everybody, but if you know your football, we have stars. We have, you know, certain part of the team that has performed just at an A+ grade level in some games, and then they'll do like a D or an F in other games. I'm talking about the offensive line. And defense too, and other Kirk too. But whatever, man. This is a team we can totally beat up, and if we just win the battle in the trenches, that is the number one thing we need to do in this game, man. You know, play great defense. Kirk have a great game. Dalvin have a great game. The boys have a great game. We can smack the Rams. We totally can. You know, so we'll see what happens, man. playoff berth is on the line. I'm watching the playoff. I should do a video on it because San Francisco just lost. So we beat the Rams. Don't we take their spot? No. Because the Rams beat them. The Rams have a better record, and they're all in the same conference. But we did lose to the 49ers. So even if they have the advantage on the tiebreak. Yeah, they. But the season is not over yet. It's not because they just lost. So if we win on Sunday, we're both 8-7. We're both 8-7, and if we beat up the Rams, it gets interesting because they go to what's that? They go to 8-5. We got to beat the Rams. We got to beat the Rams. We beat the Rams. We're right there with the 49ers, and just sky's the limit, man. We got to beat the Rams so we can tie up with the 49ers, man. It is what it is. I'll catch you guys later. Y'all keep scrolling. It's very, very interesting right now in the NFC what's going on. But we are in the playoffs. We just have to keep what we got. Just keep what we fought for. Just maintain our spot. You know, the team got talent, man. I still think we can go far in the playoffs. Everybody sleeping on the team, tanking, all of this craziness. Whatever. Beat the Rams. We have a great chance. We have a great shot. We beat the Rams. It'll probably be like my happiest post-game video ever. Because then I know we really have a chance to go undefeated. Because the Packers don't need that game. We're going to play them like they don't. They're probably going to need it because they want to fight for that number one spot to have that bye. But they don't need it, man. They'll probably rest their starters, man. Play Jordan Love. Why would you need to play Aaron Rodgers? Like, whatever. We'll see what happens, man. But I'm really, really particular. I'm really fixated on this game right here because it's the most important game right now out of the last three. It's most important, and we can beat them. So I'll catch you guys later, man. Skol, baby. Keep your heads up. Keep your fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? Stay bleeding purple. And I'll catch you guys on the post-game video. Skol, baby.